9 more minutes to start.
Ma'am, am I audible? Is my voice okay? Padma ma'am, am I audible, please?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Uh,
Just we'll
okay.
hold on for 8 more minutes, sir, to start.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to test the mic. That's all.
Sir, okay.
ప్రశాంత్ స్లిప్ తీసుకోకుండా వెళ్ళిపోయావు. స్లిప్ తీసుకోకుండా వెళ్ళిపోయింది. మహేంద్ర స్లిప్ తీసుకోకుండా వెళ్ళిపోతావా? స్లిప్ తీసుకోకుండా వెళ్ళిపోయామంటున్నా. అది ఫీల్డ్ స్లిప్ తీసుకోకుండా వెళ్ళిపోయింది.
So good afternoon to all the participants. Good afternoon, sir. Sridhar, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, good afternoon,
Yes.
ma'am. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for accepting the invitation for the today's talk on cost of project, sources of finance and profitability. Mr. P. Sridhar, sir. Sir is a CEO from Peacock Finance. Sir is BCom from KBN College, Vijayawada, and BCom Accounts, Commercial Law, Economics from Acharya Nagarjuna University, Guntur. Sir is from the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Okay, CA, Intermediate and Audit Accounts, Commercial Law, Company Law, Cost Accounting, Organizational Management, etc. Sir is an All India rank holder. And sir is also a Secretary of South India CA Students Association, Vijayawada chapter. Sir is a founder member of Sunday Discussion Group, ranked first rank from the South India. Sir has won the prestigious N.C. Krishnan's Prize from South India chapter of Chartered Accounts and University rank first rank holder and winner of 3 gold medals. Sir is the Chief Manager, State Bank of India from 1981 to 96 and worked as a Vice President from IDBI Bank 96 to 2001. And Sir was also headed a corporate finance group, Development Credit Bank Limited from 2001 to 2005. And from 2005 onwards till date, Sir is the Chief Executive from the Peacock Finance Limited. Thank you so much, sir, for acceptance, and over to you, sir. Sir, please unmute, sir. Sir, now your co-host, sir, you can able to share your PPT. Sridhar, sir, please unmute yourself, sir. Sridhar, sir, you can start your session, sir.
Yeah, I'm just looking for,
Yes.
How to share this. Just looking at it.
There is a bottom, there is a green button where share screen option is there, sir. Through that
Share
you can
screen.
share
Yeah,
your,
share screen
yes,
is there.
yes,
Okay.
sir. Through that you can share your PPT, sir.
Yeah, right.
Yes, sir.
This one you are able to see now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Okay. The topic for today is project cost, means of finance, and profitability. And so the question number one is, what is a project? And then what is a project cost? Okay. And then means of finance, what we talk here is, there is a project to be established. So, it needs some money. And then how we actually raise finance for this? What are the sources of money? And then how do we measure the profitability of a business? So everything related to this. So what is a project? Typically a project could be a greenfield project. That means totally someone wants to start a new factory, new business. Maybe it's a cement factory or maybe it's a textile factory, whatever. You start something new, it's known as a greenfield project. And there could be, other cases where it's called a brownfield project, where it is a capacity expansion. There's already a company, someone is running with some 10 machines. Now he is going to add 5 more machines, so that is an expansion of existing production base. So those things are not called a greenfield projects, because there is already a project and there is just an expansion. So those things are known as brownfield projects. And whenever there is some it's a greenfield or brownfield, basically sometimes it could be two kinds. Typically it could be a backward integration or a forward integration. Let's say there is a cotton yarn. They only make this thread, from the cotton, bare cotton, a simple cotton. They actually make yarn, the thread. So that kind of machine is, that kind of company is there already. A spinning mill. And suppose they're constructing a ginning mill, they want to expand. They're doing a backward integration by starting a ginning mill, because the output of ginning mill becomes a raw material for cotton yarn. Alternatively, they can do something called a forward integration. They are already manufacturing the cotton yarn, the thread, and now they want to weave it and make into clothes. Okay, so if you are adding a weaving machinery, it is known as a forward integration. So a project could be anything. It could be a brownfield project. It could be a greenfield project. It could be for backward integration or forward integration, or it could be totally different kind of a business. Let us say someone is already into cement industry. Now he wants to start a textile industry. So there's no relation at all between these two companies. So for that particular borrower, or for that particular entrepreneur, the second project becomes a greenfield project. So basically, I would request all of you to actively participate in this, particularly because this is an online session. I don't want it to be a one-sided, lecture kind of stuff, because all of you are actually in the teaching profession, I understand. Okay. So the first thing is, when someone wants to start a project, someone wants to start some business project. like a factory or any other kind of business, then they need money. Why do they need money? Because there are two kinds of expenses. One is the capital expenditure and other one is the revenue expenditure. Any guesses what is a capital expenditure? Anyone can answer, please. Someone? No idea?
For equipment or the facilities, sir?
For equipment?
Like infrastructure?
Infrastructure.
Machinery?
Okay, okay, good. Thanks, ma'am.
Yes.
Your answer is absolutely on spot. See, capital expenditure is, for fixed assets. You want to buy fixed assets. For example, when you want to start a factory, you need factory land. You have to buy it, or you have to construct a factory shed. So these are all capital expenses, one-time kind of expenses. And number two is you need plant and machinery, lot of machines, then equipment, then you need furniture and fixtures for your office, and various miscellaneous items. Maybe your business also needs some trucks or vehicles to transport the stocks, okay, the raw materials or the finished goods and all that. So all these kind of things, basically the factory land building, office land building, and machinery, etc. These are all known as capital expenses. Revenue expenses are those expenses where after you start your factory, then you need something called a working capital. For example, the machinery is purchased, all right, everything is fine. It is installed, there's a beautiful factory. But then you need to run the machine, right? So you need a raw material for that. So you have to purchase raw material, process it, and then, then you have what we call, in the production, and then sales happens and all that. So basically, revenue expenditure relates to your current assets like raw materials, work in process, or you have various other kinds of expenses. In the manufacturing process, you have to pay wages to the laborers, you have to pay salaries to the staff, you have to pay electricity bill. So all those things come under the revenue expenditure. These are revenue expenses. You will notice that they are recurring expenses. Every month you have to pay salaries. Every day you have to pay daily wage rates, and every month you have to pay the rent or the electricity bill, right? So revenue expenses are recurring in nature. Capital expenditure is non-recurring, typically non-recurring. You buy some, establish a factory and all that. You don't establish factories on a regular basis, right? So that's known as a capital expenditure. And so capital expenditure primarily relates to fixed assets and one-time expenses. And the definition is that the life of these assets extends beyond 1 year. Okay. So that's the definition of a capex. So it could also include additions or improvements to the existing fixed assets, which means you already have a factory. Then you want to extend it by another 100 feet or 200 feet. So you have to do some more additional civil construction for that. Or it could be acquiring a new business. You are already into some business and you are acquiring a new business. Okay. So that also involves capital expenditure. Okay. For example, Vodafone and Idea got merged. Okay. If Vodafone is purchasing Idea telecom company, then we call it acquiring a new business. Okay. So capex, some examples are there: land, buildings, machinery, furniture, electrical equipment, vehicles. Okay. All such, just a few examples there. And the revenue expenditure relates to operational expenses. We already said these operational expenses are required to produce certain products and sell them in the market. So they are recurring in nature. So some examples of revenue expenses are raw materials, consumables. Sometimes some chemicals are required in the production process, some oils or some lubricants, or some gloves, or sometimes it could be even some packing material. You are manufacturing some products, but you need some packing material, right? So then salaries, wages, power and fuel, repairs to machinery, printing stationery, postage, rent, then your sales and distribution expenses. Then, of course, you will have other expenses like interest payments. Mostly companies borrow money from either banks or other NBFCs or from their own friends and relatives, but ultimately they have to pay some interest to these guys, these lenders. So that's part of your revenue expenses. Then there is something called depreciation. That's also an expenditure. Any idea what is this depreciation? Can someone talk on this, please? Dr. Subha?
Yes, sir.
Or Dr. Nagendra Kumar, sir? Any idea what is depreciation?
Participants, please respond. Sir is
Yeah.
asking few questions.
Ma'am, you are saying something?
Yes, sir. I am asking participants to respond to the question you are asking, sir.
Acha, you are telling the participants.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes.
Okay, no idea. No problem. No problem if you have no idea. See, when you buy a machinery, let's say it's 1 lakh rupees. Now, the life of the asset could be 5 years. Okay, after 5 years, this machine becomes junk. Let us say you buy a laptop, it is required for your business, and the life of the laptop is 3 or 4 years. So, what do? Since a machine life is 5 years, we try to write it off over a period of 5 years. That means 1 lakh is the cost of the machine. So, every year, 20,000, 20,000, like that, we write off. In 5 years, the entire machine value becomes zero. Okay, so that is known as depreciation. So depreciation is also lost to the company. So that is also kind of an expenditure. Okay. So now coming to the project cost. This is the first part, topic. I just did the introduction. What is a project? What is capex or capital expenditure? What is revenue expenditure? So that you have some basic idea. And now, what are all included in the project cost? When you start a business, and there are some one-time expenses, which we already discussed. And what are all these one-time expenses? And you need money for this, okay? First one is you have to buy fixed assets. We already said capital expenditure, fixed assets are there, like your land, buildings, machinery, and all that. So that is one. That is part of your project cost. And then there is a second item called security deposits. You are not buying any machinery or land, etc. But suppose you have to get a power connection from the electricity authorities. You have to pay some big amount. If it's a big factory, maybe 10 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 50 lakhs, something like that. You have to pay security deposits. Or alternatively, you are not taking office, you are not constructing your own office building, but you are taking this office or factory on rent basis. Then what happens? You have to pay monthly rent, and probably those people, the people who are letting out the property, they are asking for a security deposit. It could be 2 months, it could be 6 months, it could be 1 year. So what ultimately you need that money. You have to, unless you pay that money, you can't start your business or you can't have your factory, right? Then similarly, there are something called preliminary expenses. So when you start a business, you have to probably incorporate a company. You have a name, say some Universal Products Limited. So, or Universal Products Private Limited. Now you have to get it registered with a ROC, that is Register of Companies. Okay, so you have to pay some money there, and for drafting your memorandum of articles of association, all those things, you need some chartered accountant. You have to pay him, so that preliminary expenses. Then similarly, you have some lawyers who will assist you in drafting some of these purchase agreements, etc. So all these things are part of the preliminary expenses. So if you want to start business, just don't think that I have to buy some 10 lakh machinery, so that is my project cost. No. Apart from the machinery, you have so many other you know items where you need money. As I said, security deposit, preliminary expenses. Then there are something called pre-operating expenses. These things also include so many things. For example, you install a machinery, very good, but you try to start operating it on day one. It won't give you the best results because it is linked to the power and it is linked to, there are 4, 5, 6 machines, one after the other. The product has to pass through each machine and then you get the final product, okay, in the manufacturing thing. So all these things in order to align properly. So there is something called a trial production period. You start producing for a period of 15 days or 1 month. Some big companies, they need trial production period of even 2 months or 3 months. So they keep on producing, all the machines are not properly calibrated. So some wastage of product, manufacturing process happens. A lot of products get wasted, okay? So this 2-month period or 3-month period or 1 month period, let us say, there are something called um, trial run costs. So you are buying the raw material, putting through the production process, but ultimately you don't get a final product, or you get a final product, but not of a good quality which you can sell in the market. So that's all wastage. And then there is something called interest during construction. See, for construction of a factory, it may take 1 year, it may take 2 years. Okay. So what you do, probably you are going to a bank as an entrepreneur, you go to the bank and asking the bank for a loan. Bank says, okay, what is your project cost? 1 crore. Okay, I'll give you 70 lakh as a loan. 30 lakhs is a margin money to be brought in by the promoter. Promoter says, okay, I'm bringing 30 lakhs. You please give me 70 lakh loan. Fine, bank is giving. Now, bank doesn't give the entire 70 lakh on day one. What do they do? Because factory construction is happening, so they will release some money out of this 70 lakhs. So slowly, your factory is constructed. Then they will release the money for purchase of machinery. So machinery comes, it is installed in the factory. Okay, all this process takes, let's say, 2 years. And the promoter is using the money every month. Some amount is drawing from the loan account. So by the end of this 2-year period, he has taken the used up the entire loan of 70 lakhs. Okay. But during this 2 years period, as and when you are drawing the money from the bank, and the bank starts applying interest, the first time you draw the money from the bank, they apply the loan, they apply the interest. So over a period of 2 years, you have to pay interest to the bank. We can't tell the bank, of course, we can request the bank saying that, see, I am only borrowing from you. My factory has not yet started. There is no production. How can I pay interest to you? Bank will say, okay, I'll give loan for this also. Okay, so so there is this interest during construction, this 2-year period, that is also part of your project cost. Any questions so far, please? Particularly, in the preliminary expenses, pre-operative or IDC, interest during construction.
Any
No?
questions? Any questions from the participants? Please respond.
Okay. Then there is one more item of project cost. That is the last one, the working capital margin. Now, okay, with fixed assets, security deposits, all that, or including IDC, that much money is enough to complete the construction of the project. But then after that, you need some money to actually run the production process, right? You have to buy raw material and all that. So that working capital money is also part of the project cost. Part of it you can borrow from the banks. Part of it the promoter himself has to bring in. So whatever the promoter has to bring in, that is also that is included in the working capital margin. Now we know that, let's say there is a project, the total project cost is 1 crore, and now 1 crore is fine, but then where is the money? So that is what we discussed under the head means of finance. Okay, until the previous slide we are talking only about the Am I audible, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Your
yeah.
screen
Because someone
just now,
muted
yes,
it.
sir. No,
Yeah.
sir, you got lost your signal and again got connected, sir.
I see.
Yes,
Okay, okay.
yes, sir. Please
Sorry for that.
share
Yeah.
your screen, sir.
Yeah, ma'am. Okay, thank you. Yeah. So let's say the project cost was is 1 crore because you have to buy
Your
some.
screen is not visible, sir.
Is it?
Yes, sir. Please share screen option is there, sir. Green color.
I have to come out of this.
No, sir. You just open your PPT.
I
And
open the PPT.
here, yes, sir. Here at the bottom, you will find share screen green color tab. You just press that and add your PPT, sir.
For me, it's a different one.
Okay. Share screen option you will find, sir.
One
You are
moment.
connected with the laptop, sir?
Yes, yes. Connected with the laptop only. Okay, okay. 1 minute. Yeah, I think I found it. Yeah, ma'am. Is it visible now?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Now it has come. Yes.
Yeah, we are at means of finance. So since we were talking about the project cost, let's say for purchase of machinery and working capital margin and interest during construction and to pay security deposits, all those things, we need money. So money can be basically from only two sources. Either own money from the promoter or borrowed money. Own money or borrowed money, that's all. Basically, broadly, there are only two categories. So either promoter is bringing from his own source, that is known as equity capital. Okay. And if the money is borrowed, then we call it a loan. Okay. So there are some subcategories within the own funds also. See, equity capital can be brought in by initially the promoter. Okay. And then slowly what he will do, if he needs more money for the business, he can ask his friends, relatives to contribute. So they will also become partners in the company. Or after that, after some time, if more money is required, what happens? Then they will go for a public issue. In the case of startups, I am sure there must have been many talks before, this talk of mine. Initially, somebody has an idea and they want to start some business. They just have an idea. They don't have much money. or very limited money. They start their project in their car garage or something. Then what happens when he needs money slightly to develop? Then there is something called an angel investor. So they bring in some capital, and after some prototype or some development has taken place, some R&D work and all that, then the startup company, these guys can go to venture capitalists. So they also bring in some capital. If it is slightly more advanced kind of prototype model of the design, everything is ready, then probably you will also have private equity investors. Like that, in the equity also there are different kinds of people who can come and invest. These three levels I talked about, the startup kind of companies which are becoming very popular in India right now. Of course, they are already popular abroad for many years. So equity capital can come from the promoters themselves, or angel investors, or venture capitalists, or the private equity investors, or general public also. If someone is coming with IPO, that is initial public offer, then of course, even common people like you and I, we can also invest in the company, buy the shares basically. Any shareholder is like a co-owner of the company. If you buy some shares of Reliance Industries, you are also a co-owner. You are also contribute, which means you also contributed to the capital of Reliance Industries. So Mukesh Ambani may be a big contributor. Maybe he's a bigger shareholder. He may be having 1 million shares. We may be having only 100 shares. But both of us are co-owners. So both of us are shareholders. Similarly, companies can also issue different kinds of shares like equity capital, preference capital, and I'm not getting into the details what is a preference capital and all that, but there are different kinds of capital. In fact, even equity capital can be of different types. Some equity shares can be issued to the public with voting rights, without voting rights, all kinds of variations are there. So anyway, this is a short topic. I mean, short, what you call it, just 1 hour class. So I won't get into too many details. So one is from the own sources like equity capital or preferential capital, etc. Then the second part is you can borrow from the public. You can borrow from the loan. You can borrow from the banks or financial institutions. Financial institutions is a broader term. Banks are just part of the financial institution. It could be NBFCs like your Reliance Finance or your Bajaj Finance or any other financial institutions people can borrow. And you can also borrow in the form of debentures or bonds. See, for example, Reliance was very popular, during Mukesh Ambani's father's days, Dhirubhai Ambani. He used to issue debentures to the public. So people used to subscribe to the debentures. Now the difference between a debenture, anyone who wants to invest or give money to Reliance, they can actually buy this debenture. Each debenture, let's say, is 1,000 rupees. So you pay 10,000 rupees to the company and you'll get 10 debentures. It is the same like buying shares. Okay. Companies are issuing shares. Each share face value is 10 rupees. And suppose you have 1,000 rupees, you can invest, buy 100 shares, 10 rupees each. So if you pay 1,000 rupees to the company, they will allot 100 shares to you. Okay. In the case of shares, you become an owner and you are getting a dividend at the end of the year if the company makes profits. But in the case of debenture, it's a loan instrument. So if you are investing in a company in the form of debentures, what happens is you will get interest. Okay. And similarly, company can also borrow from the promoters themselves or from the friends and relatives of the promoters. Okay. So own money or borrowed money. Broadly, two categories. Own money can be from various sources like promoters, friends, relatives, venture capitalists, and all kinds of people. And similarly, from loans also, borrowed money, you can borrow from banks, NBFCs, or from the public in the form of debentures, or from friends, relatives, etc. Okay. Any questions here, please?
Sir, one question from my side.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
we are having a shares, we become a co-owner, then
If we have shares, we become a
yes,
owner. Yes.
yes, co-owner, you said, sir. So will that we will be able to get a part of profits also?
Yes, yes.
If so, how
You
much
become
percentage?
you yeah, you become eligible for dividends. The
Okay.
company, whenever they make profits, all the shareholders they will declare some dividend, maybe 5% dividend, 10% dividend, like that. So you get benefit of the dividend every year. For example, State Bank of India paid huge dividend this year. They made one of the bumper profits this year, and all the shareholders got very good amount as dividend. That is one. And number two, the second benefit is also there. If the company is continuously making profits and all that, the share price will increase. See, there are two prices for a share. There are two values of a share. One is a face value. That means 10 rupees is a face value, and you are buying for 10 rupees when the company just started. But after some time, when the company is growing, the name is good, it has a good brand image and all that, the price will be very high. For example, Dr. Reddy Labs or any other company, you look at the share market prices and all that, the price will be 230 rupees, 500 rupees, 600 rupees, or even 10,000 rupees sometimes. Okay. So the value of the share also increases in the market. Okay. So there are two benefits. One is every year you may get some dividend if the company is doing well. Second benefit is that the value of the share goes up. It is like this, no? You, let us say you purchased a flat for some 50 lakhs. There are two benefits with this. One is you let it out every month. You're getting a rental income. Second benefit for you is that the value of the property is going up. You purchased some few years ago for 50 lakhs. Now the value is 60 lakhs, 70 lakhs, something like that. Okay. Same is the case with shares also. Whereas in the case of debt instruments, I mean debenture or something, you get only interest, fixed interest. Have I answered your question,
Yes,
ma'am?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Now, the bank, the company needs working capital also. We already discussed the components of project cost, like fixed assets and security deposits and so many other things. In the case of working capital also, there are so many components. Firstly, we start with the cash. Any business, we bring in some cash. With that money, what we do, we buy raw materials. Then we start processing. So some money is locked up in the work in process also. Some processes, same day you can complete the manufacture. In some cases, it may take 1 week, 10 days, 15 days and all that. Okay. Now, you know how the cotton is made, how the yarn is made from the cotton. There is just cotton. You all remember the picture of Gandhiji. He has a charka in front of him, and he's just spinning the charka, and with one hand he's holding the cotton and turning the charka, and the yarn is coming out of that, right? So it is instant. The working process is nothing actually. You start with the raw material and you end with the finished goods. That is the yarn is ready. But you look at, I don't know how many of you have actually visited a spinning mill. They need 1 week to actually to convert the cotton to yarn. It needs 1 week. The working processes are such that it takes 1 week because they produce high quality yarn. Okay. So working process is, some money or some material is locked up there, and finished goods. You manufacture something, but you can't sell it immediately on a day-to-day basis. Some of the material is stored in the factory or in the warehouse, go down, and then slowly you start supplying to the dealers or end users. So, and another thing is, sometimes you sell the product, but you don't get the money immediately. Why? Because mostly in the industries, you actually they actually sell on credit basis. You sell the product and they'll get the money only after 30 days or 60 days or 90 days. So those are known as receivables. Those are also known as accounts receivable, okay, and also known as sundry debtors, accounts receivables, bills receivables, or just receivables. You name it anyway. Ultimately, you need money from all these people. After you recover the money from the debtors, you wait for 60 days and collect the money from the debtor, then it becomes cash. Okay. So you start with the cash, buy raw material, process it, make the finished goods, sell it on credit basis, then wait for some period, recover the money, then it becomes cash. Then you start buying raw material again, then you do processing. This is how the manufacturing cycle happens. So this also we call it as a working capital cycle. Start with cash, buy raw materials, and end up with receivables, recover the receivables, and then see. Let us say there is a small apple fellow. He sells apples on the street corner. What is he doing? Every day morning he starts his apples in a basket and he sells everything. He sells everything on cash basis. So for him, working capital cycle is just one day. He's starting in the morning with his bag of apples, sells in the evening, over. Next day morning, he starts with his cash, he buys apples again and starts selling. But for industries, working capital cycle is typically longer. Raw material storage, you may have to store the raw materials for maybe 1 week, 10 days, or 1 month. It all depends. Suppose, let's say it's a rice milling industry. So you get rice, the raw material for rice milling is, what is the raw material for a rice milling industry? Anyone? For a rice milling industry, what is the raw material? Very silent. Mukesh ji is also another co-host, I guess. Madhuri ma'am, Madhuri Telidevara. Okay. Maybe they have some difficulty in talking. Maybe they walk back.
Sir. That is the raw material, no, sir.
What is the raw material?
Vadlu, Telugu.
Yeah, vadlu.
Yes.
Dhanyam.
Yes.
We call it paddy. Yeah, correct,
Yes,
correct.
Yes.
Yeah, correct. So this is the raw material. So raw material that dhanyam or that paddy is available only 2 times in a year, Kharif and Rabi. So I just gave an example. So maybe if the rice milling unit has to run for until the paddy season, so they have to probably buy for 6 months stocks and keep it. If it is a seasonal product, of course, for rice they don't have to store it for 6 months. There are other people who supply, but there could be some seasonal products where you have to buy and keep for long periods. Or suppose the raw material is to be imported from China or from Germany or someplace. Then what happens? You can't keep buying from Germany every 10 days or something, right? So you want to import a big lot, keep it, and start production. So there could be so many reasons why money is required to buy raw materials, or why huge money is required for raw materials. Working process, I already mentioned. For the apple fellow on the street corner, it is only one day. Well, in fact, there's no working process for him because he is not processing. He is only trading. He is buying apples, selling apples. So there is no working process for him. But there could be some industries where the working process is more than a year. Any idea? Can you guess? The manufacturing process, the working process is more than a year. There are some businesses like that. Can you guess? I said from cotton, from pure cotton to make a yarn, the working process is 1 week. Okay, but there are some industries. For example, let us say there are some business people who actually construct apartments and sell them. Okay, so their business is construction of apartments and selling. So for him, the manufacturing process is more than a year, because construction of apartment block takes 1.5 years or 2 years. Okay, so he's manufacturing apartments and selling them. Okay, so there could be some businesses like that long term, and finished goods also, and then receivables. So anyway, this is the working capital cycle we are talking about. So typically all business people try to keep that what you call working capital cycle to the most minimum, because if the working capital cycle is longer, then you need more money. More money means more interest, more burden, so more losses. So you have to keep it as tight as possible. So the material management has to be very good from the promoter, and the working process also sometimes you can make it faster by outsourcing. Instead of doing some of the processing in-house, you can give it outside agencies. They will do the some processing and give it back to you, or subcontracting, or technology upgradation. Suppose you are having just an ordinary lathe machine. On a normal machine, it may take 5 days to manufacture. But if you buy some CNC machine, computerized, numerically controlled machine, CNC, okay, then probably production becomes faster. You can reduce the working process time, which is good. Okay, so there are so many techniques how you can reduce your working process time, which is good for the companies. And inventory also, companies should try to have minimum inventory, so that you don't need too much money, or too much money is not locked up in the form of finished goods, etc. Okay, any questions, please?
No, sir.
Okay, receivables, we are selling on credit basis. Why are we selling on credit? There are some businesses, lucky people, they don't have to, they don't have any receivables. They just do everything on cash basis. Let us say you go to a restaurant for dinner, you have your nice dinner and all that, you enjoy it, and then while coming back, you just pay for the dinner and come out, right? So for the restaurant fellow, it's a cash business. There are no receivables, very rarely. Okay, or at the best, there may be 1 or 2 days delay in receiving the cash. Suppose you are swiping your debit card or credit card, in that case, he gets the money 1 or 2 days later. But hardly anything. Otherwise, mostly it's a cash basis. Similarly, let's say you are buying your gas cylinders. Okay, so the moment gas cylinder is delivered at your home, you pay the cash, right? So for the gas cylinder business guy, there are no receivables. Everything is cash business. Very lucky fellows, but all people are not lucky like this. So they have to sell on credit, and retail sales is largely cash and carry, but wholesale business or for the manufacturers, they always supply on credit basis mostly. That is because of the market practices. His competitors are giving 30-day credit, so he also is supposed to give. Okay, competition and all that. Okay, so people will have receivables because they sell on credit basis. Any questions there, please? Any questions on this? Okay.
No, sir. Right now, no questions.
Okay. Now we use the word LC here, supply against LC or without LC and all that. Any idea what is an LC? LC means that's a short form for letter of credit. This is one interesting thing. Generally, everybody thinks that when you go for a loan, banks gives money. Okay, but sometimes as an entrepreneur, if you need money, you go to the bank and ask for money. They may say that I will not give money, but I'll give LC or a bank guarantee. Okay, when the bank is giving LC or bank guarantee, they are not actually, they are giving a loan, but they are not giving cash. Then you may say, what is the use? I'm going to the bank only for a loan. I need money. Now I'll give an example. Let us say I am an iron and steel trader. So what I do, I buy from Tata Steel in some 10 tons of iron and steel, and then put it in my shop, and I sell it loose, 10 kgs, 30 kgs, 50 kgs, depending on the actual requirement of the, my buyers or my customers. So I'm only small time shopkeeper. So I buy some 10 tons and keep selling half ton, 1 ton and all that. Now, I need money to buy these 10 tons. So what I do, I'll go to Tata Steel and say, sir, I just started my shop here. So why don't you give me on credit basis? Just give me 10 tons. And after I sell the things, I'll pay back to you. All right. Then Tata Steel will say, what the hell? I don't know you. Okay. Why should I trust you? And if I give you 10 tons, you may run away also. So in that case, what he can do is, in this case, myself, I am the trader. So I'll go to my bank and say, I have two options now. I can say that, please give me some 10 lakh loan so that I can buy these 10 tons of, steel from Tata and do my business. Alternatively, I can say, you give me a letter of credit favoring the Tata Steel. What it says is, in that case, State Bank of India will just give me one letter. It is called letter of credit. What is written there? It says, Mr. Sridhar is my customer, and it is addressed to Tata Steel, to Tata Steel so and so. So Mr. Sridhar is my customer, and you can supply 10 tons of steel to him, no problem. And I am standing with something like a guarantor to this company. And after 30 days, Mr. Sridhar will make the payment for whatever 10 tons you have supplied. Okay, some X amount, some 10 lakhs, up to 10 lakhs you can supply the stock to him. And in case he doesn't, he will make the payment after 30 days. And in case he doesn't make the payment, I will make the payment. State Bank is saying, I will make the payment. So I will carry this letter to Tata Steel and showed to them saying that, see sir, you can now supply to me 10 tons, and I will definitely pay after 30 days. And in case I don't pay, State Bank will pay. So Tata Steel doesn't trust me, but it trusts State Bank of India. They don't default. So in that case, keeping that LC with them, Tata Steel will supply the stock. See, in this case, bank has not given me any loan. They didn't give me even 1 rupee. They just give me a piece of paper. That is known as LC. It can be used in slightly different context also, but it can be used for this kind of transaction also.
Sir, that letter of credit is
Yes.
just like that will be given with the bank, or you'll have need to some amount of mortgage like
Yes, ma'am.
fixed
Yes,
assets or
yes.
something like that. Based on that, the letter will be given by the bank.
Yes, yes, correct, correct. It is just like a loan. You see the heading, it is called a non-fund based loan facility. It is still a loan. Bank initially is giving only piece of paper like LC letter and all that. But then as on that day, it is only piece of paper. But suppose after 30 days, I am not paying the Tata Steel. Then what happens? Bank will pay the money to Tata Steel. So at that time, it becomes a fund-based loan facility for the bank. At that time, they have to part with the money, right? So they have to recover this money from me then, isn't it? So they will take some security or some guarantee or my property as something. They will do everything just like a normal fund-based loan. As if they are giving money, they will take all precautions. They will do the normal loan assessment. Okay. Only thing is, initially they are not giving any money, and maybe they never have to give money also, because if I'm paying on the 30th day promptly, there is no need for the bank to part with the money. So the LC will continue number of times.
So actually, how much percentage is required from our end to the bank to show that this is our what you will say, our fixed assets is cost this much, so that you can give the loan of this much amount. So what could be the expected percentage of the acceptance it will take from the customer, sir, to give
Yeah.
this letter?
You mean customer acceptance of LC?
Yes, sir. No, bank
You know,
people, how much is the requirement to give the loan, sir? Guarantee from the customer.
your voice is, in between breaking. Can you be a little louder, ma'am?
Sir, my question from my side is, bank is giving a letter of credit so that I am going and buying a steel. So how much
Yes.
percentage I have to be in associated with a bank, so that if I want 10 lakhs, how much amount I have to show to the bank in such a way that the 10 lakhs is been approved by the bank?
Acha, you are talking about the security.
Yes, sir. How much is that? How much
Yeah, it depends
percentage?
on the bank, ma'am. It
Yes, sir.
depends on
How
the
much
bank.
percentage, sir? If I want
Sometimes
10 lakhs, they
minimum
will
they may
ask
ask for 25%.
20%.
Sometimes bank may ask for 50 or even 100% also.
Okay.
Sometimes banks are asking like that.
Okay, sir.
And
Thank
you may say, what is the benefit if they give LC? See, when they give a loan, normal loan, overdraft or cash credit like that, normal fund-based limit, they are charging interest, 12%, 13% and all that. In case you take LC, they charge something because they are not giving any money now. So they cannot charge interest, but they will charge commission. They'll charge 2% or 3% like that. So they'll charge some commission. So just by paying 2%, you will get an LC letter. So that is one advantage.
that commission after 1 month, sir? Because 1 month the bank has given the permission to
Yes.
avail the loan, avail the product. So minimum
I didn't.
period, sir. Minimum
Oh,
period.
that period.
Yes, sir.
That
Minimum
period could be
after how
30
much?
days, 60 days, 90 days. Yeah, it depends on your agreement with the supplier. Suppose Tata Steel and I have an agreement that I can pay Tata Steel after 90 days. Then I will request the bank to write the letter accordingly. And in that case, the bank will say that my customer Sridhar will make the payment after 90 days. And in case he doesn't pay, I will make the payment. That is how they will write. So it typically, the agreement between the buyer and the seller, me and the Tata Steel.
Okay, sir. Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Some cases it can be even 180 days. And LCs are also used for cross-border transaction. Suppose I'm importing from Germany. So I'm buying from Germany. I can issue an LC favoring the German supplier, not just in India, not just locally. Okay. LCs are extensively used in the export trade.
Okay, sir. Got
And
it, sir.
if
Thank
you are
you.
asking as a customer, you go to the bank for 10 lakh LC loan, then of course they will ask for some security and all that. But if they trust you, they can give even without collateral security also. It all depends on how much the bank believes you. Okay. Hope I answered your question, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Clear.
So LC is a document from a bank assuring that a seller will receive payment in full as long as certain delivery conditions have been met. Okay. So this is this kind of product, LCs and bank guarantee products, normal people don't know. That is the reason I included here. Okay. Okay. So guarantees could be financial guarantee, performance guarantee. For example, let us say you are a contractor and you are bidding for some government project. So that is for laying of a road. A 5-kilometer road has to be laid. So you are bidding for it. The contract value is, let's say, 5 crores. And what you have to do, if you want to participate in the tender process, you have to pay some bid amount, maybe 5%, let's say 2%, typically 2% of the contract value as a bid amount. Then only you can participate in that auctioning process. So otherwise, what happens? Everybody will come and make that auction process a big tamasha. So that's why bank says If you are a serious person, pay me at least 2% and then participate in the auction or participate in the tender process. Now, bank, it is a 5 crore thing, 5 crore tender, and now 2% means it comes to 10 lakhs. So 10 lakhs is also big money. So why should I pay 10 lakhs to the government and just wait? So in that case, what I can do is I can go to the bank, tell them that I am participating in this tender. So, please give me a bank guarantee, assuring that roads and building department, saying that if I participate in the tender and I am successful in winning the contract, and after winning the contract, suppose I don't want to execute the project, I don't want to lay the road, then government, what they will do, they will encash this bank guarantee. I participate, I am giving a guarantee to the R&D, that is roads and building department, and they allowed me to participate in the tender. I participate, and then I start executing the work also. Then this bank guarantee is cancelled. Okay. So in the case of bank guarantee also, the bank is just giving a paper saying that this is my customer, he is participating in the tender, please allow him to participate in the tender. And in case he is successful in winning the contract, he will execute the project also. And in case he doesn't execute, he doesn't respond, okay, I'll make the payment of this 10 next week. So that is a guarantee which the bank gives. Similarly, performance guarantee also. The road is constructed, the road is laid, okay, fine. But government says the road should be in good condition at least for 2 years. So they will ask for a performance guarantee. Okay, I am the contractor. If something goes wrong on the road within 2 years, and then I have to redo the work at my cost. Okay, so I tell the government, okay, I will redo it. But then what is a guarantee to the government? I may or may not do it. I may run away also. So I'll either have to keep some money with the government department, or I have to give a guarantee from the bank saying that the road, in case it is damaged within 2 years, I will repair the thing, or in case it is not repaired, bank will make a payment. These are very normal transactions. Banks give financial guarantees, performance guarantees, LCs, they open very regularly. It's not a very new product or great unknown product. It has been used for a long number of years. Particularly, LC is used in a export transactions. Of course, even within the country also. And bank guarantees are extensively used for contractors and all that. Any questions, please? Here also, bank charges only commission, 2%, 3% like that, because they are not giving any money. They are only giving a paper.
Yes, sir. It is clear, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, ma'am. So guarantee purposes, bid guarantees, performance guarantee, mobilization. There are different kinds of stuff. So different purposes guarantees can be given. Now we discussed the already what is the project cost we discussed. We also discussed what you call the means of finance, how you raise money. You raise money in the form of equity capital or from the loan side. Loans could be long-term loans, for example, for your fixed assets, and it can be short-term loan for your working capital loan to purchase raw material, etc. Banks give working capital loan. So we discussed the how you finance your business with your own money and partly with the bank's money or any lender's money. Now the third part is the profitability. That is the third part of the topic today. So we do a lot of analysis. As a business person also, suppose you are starting business, you have to see what is the profitability of the company. See, profitability is basically, you can measure profitability. Suppose I say I got a profit of 1 lakh. Is it good or bad? Is it a good profit, 1 lakh?
It totally depends upon how much we invest, no, sir.
Yeah, ma'am. Your voice is breaking.
It will totally depends upon how much we are investing.
Yeah, okay.
That 1 lakh.
It depends on how much we invested. Yes. Suppose we invested 1 crore and after 1 year we got only 1 lakh profit. It is only 1%, not much. Okay, correct, ma'am. Absolutely right. So that is one way of measuring based on the amount that we invested, how much profit we made. That is one. And another way of measuring is based on the sales, how much we sold and what is the profit. So, PAT by net sales or EBITDA by net sales or PBT by net sales. PAT by net sales means profit after tax, that is a net profit divided by sales. Okay. Whenever you sell 100 rupees worth of some stocks, how much profit are you making? 5% on every 100 rupees of sales? Yes. So that is 5%. Similarly, there is profit before tax. You know, what is your profit for every 100 rupees you sell? Similarly, there is something called EBITDA. That is earnings before interest, depreciation, taxation, and amortization. Okay. That is another way of calculating. I'm not going into more detail there, but once again, is the profitability suppose on a 1 crore investment, you made a profit of 10 lakhs or you made a profit of 20 lakhs. So profit is 20% on your investment. Is it good? Can we say you are efficient person? Here again, we have to see from two different angles. With the same 1 crore investment, last 3 years, we are making 25% profit. This year, we made only 20% profit. Okay. So, which means profitability has come down. So, we can do some time series analysis. In the last 3 years, 5 years, what is the growth? What is the profitability? And this year, suppose it is showing increasing trend. 5 years ago, it was 10%. 4 years ago, it was 12% profit. Now, next year, 15%, 16% like that. If it is growing, okay, it is an increasing trend. Very good. Profitability is good. So that is a time series analysis. Then another way of comparison is also there. What are the other people doing in a similar business? Say, let us say you have a McDonald's restaurant. Another fellow is having, Pizza Hut. Another fellow is having, what is that? Domino's. Now, 3 different businesses, similar kinds of businesses. Suppose Domino's is making 20% profit and Pizza Hut is making only 18% profit. That is bad, isn't it? Similar kind of people, the other people are doing better profits. So, for example, iPhone people, I don't know if you have looked at their profit and loss account. You can actually download from the Google and see after profit, they make a huge 25% margin, 25% PAT they have. In spite of so much of competition from the Chinese phones or the Samsungs and all these people, they still command such a good premium that they're making 25% profit, net profit after paying taxes. Okay, great guys. So vis-a-vis competition, vis-a-vis similarly placed companies, what is your profitability? So we benchmark ourselves with among all those people. So whenever we look at profitability, just a profit figure of 1 lakh doesn't mean anything. See, a 10 lakh profit figure or 1 lakh profit figure may be good for a small, what you call this? You have this small restaurant, no? For him, 1 lakh may be good profit. But just beside this small restaurant, that small Udupi restaurant, you have a big 5-star hotel. If the 5-star hotel is getting 1 lakh profit per month also, that's, that is, a silly kind of a profit, right? So, so based on the investments, based on what you have invested, based on the sales, and based on the study of the last few years, and also based on the peer comparison analysis, how other companies in same industry, similar level of companies. So when you compare a 5-star hotel with a 5-star hotel, it makes sense. You can't compare a 5-star hotel with a dhaba, right? There you have, in the previous slide, we have growth ratios also. Every year, are you growing or not? Sales, is it growing? Last year, you made a sales of 1 crore. Next year, are you growing further? 1 crore, 10 lakhs, 1 crore, 20 lakhs. It is good. But if the sales is falling, then that's a bad sign. So similarly, sales also should increase, and maybe your PAT also should increase. The net worth of the company also should increase. Okay. So this is another kind of study that we do. Now I have a question. Someone is doing very well, and he says, I am extremely wealthy, very wealthy, okay, but I am penniless. He says, I am very rich, very wealthy, but I am penniless. What is the meaning of this?
Maybe just a guess, sir. He may not be having much profits, whatever the amount he spent was returns he got equal without
Okay.
much margin of the profits.
Okay.
Which can be in a much more readable form.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Let me put it this way. I am a very wealthy man. I have 100 acres of agriculture land, 20 acres of some garden, mango gardens, and I have 2 palaces like houses, and I have 3 commercial complexes. I'm very wealthy, but I'm penniless means I don't have even 5 rupee note in my pocket. I don't have 5 rupee bank balance also. What we are talking here is there is no liquidity. Suppose I have to, go to some hotel and eat some idli dosa and all that. I don't have money in my pocket, but I have huge assets. Okay, so this is known as the liquidity. The individuals like you and me, we need some buildings and all that, some properties and all that, but we also need some ready cash for our day-to-day affairs, right? For our day-to-day consumption. Similarly, industries also need some investment, like a big factory. Okay, good, big land is there, big factory shed is there, office buildings are there. But if you don't have money to buy raw materials, what is the point? You can't do your business. So we try to see whether a business, how much liquidity is there in a business. There should be enough money available to do day-to-day activities for any business. So that is what we call a liquidity ratio. And there is a formula for that. How do you find out? Current assets divided by current liabilities. Current assets basically means any asset that you convert into cash within a short period, say typically less than a year. And current liability means any liability that you have to pay. Suppose you have to pay 100 rupees to somebody tomorrow. You should have at least 100 rupees in your pocket tomorrow, isn't it? Otherwise, how will you meet your liability? Okay. So if you are not able to meet your short-term liabilities, then everybody will say this company is not good. So, if you have to get some money from these people, they won't pay you at all. Okay. So every company should maintain profitability ratio also, liquidity ratio also, good liquidity, equally important. Then this is solvency ratios. Basically, it all talks about how much one can borrow. Okay, I'll just give one example. If I want to start some business, I have 1 lakh rupees. I start my business, do business, okay, without borrowing, fine. I'm very solvent because I don't have any loans. If I have some loans and if I'm not able to pay, I am called insolvent, right? I become insolvent. Let us say the question now is how much can I borrow? I have 1 lakh, maybe I can borrow 2 lakhs from the market or 3 lakhs from the market. That is fine. But if I borrow 10 lakhs or I borrow 20 lakhs, but my money is only 1 lakh, the lenders will not be happy. The people who give you money, they will not be happy because, let me give an extreme example. I need 1 crore for a business. What I do, I invest only 1 lakh from my side and I borrow 99 lakhs from the banks or from NBFCs or other lenders. Okay. Then what happens? I am doing business. 99 lakhs is bank's money or public money, and only 1 lakh is mine. And if the business is doing well, okay, I may repay the loan. If the business is not doing well, I'll just vanish from the scene because I am going to lose only 1 lakh. Others are going, banks or other outsiders are going to lose 99 lakhs, right? So So the lenders will not be happy to give that kind of a large amounts. So as a business person, if you want to start a business, the maximum generally in India, they say that if you are investing 1 lakh, banks may give loan up to 3 lakhs. Okay. So this is something we have to keep in mind. Of course, whenever somebody has to do some business or analysis and all that, the technical analysis, marketing analysis, all those things we have to do. Anyway, that's not exactly point of our discussion today. So that brings to the end of our topic today. And any questions, please? I think we have time up to 2:15. 3 minutes time is there for any questions.
Any questions from the participants? Please respond.
Yes, ma'am. Any questions, please?
Any questions from the participants?
Sir, you switched on your video. You want to ask some questions, sir? The name, I think, says Nagamani. Okay. Okay. If there are no questions, can we close the session, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful session, giving a lot of insights into how the finances can be managed and what are the benefits we get from the banking sector and all. Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Okay. So kind of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So I request all the participants to be in line again. Don't get disconnected. We are going to start another session. Related to innovations in computer industry and entrepreneurship, scopes by Dr. Pradeep Kumar sir. Sir will join shortly within 5 to 10 minutes. So please, all of you, be connected.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Good afternoon to all the participants. Good afternoon to all the participants. Today's topic is innovation in computer industry and entrepreneur scopes by Dr. Pradeep Kumar Singh, sir. Sir is a professor and associate dean for computer engineering from SVKM, NMIMS University, Chandigarh. Sir is working as a professor and associate dean in a computer engineering at a School of Technology Management and Engineering, SVKM's NMIMS deemed to be University, Chandigarh campus. Sir has completed his PhD in Computer Science and Engineering from Gautam Buddha University. Sir has received his MTech CSE with distinction from GGSIPU, New Delhi, and BTech CSE from UP Technical University. Dr. Singh is a life membership of Computer Society of India and a life member of IEI and promoted to a senior member grade from CSI, IEEE and ACM. Sir has a research interest includes data science technologies, wireless sensor networks, Internet of Things and information security. Sir has worked for Vajpayee University of Information Technology, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, Noida, and few of the reputed engineering colleges of North India. Sir has visited many foreign universities for academic visits like Poland, Hungary, Russia, Romania. Sir is associated editor for journals, many journals like Ville, etc. Sir has recently appointed as a section editor, Discover IoT, Spring Journal. Sir has published nearly 150 research papers in various international and conferences of repute. Few of his SCI and ACI publications are in IEEE Access, Applied Intelligence, Multimedia Tools and Applications from Springer, IJCS Ville, IET Communications, Computer and Electrical Engineering and Computer Communications from elsewhere. Sir has received 3 sponsored research projects grants from Government of India and Government of HP worth 25 lakhs. Sir has edited total 25 books from the Springer and elsewhere, and also edited several special issues for SCI and ACIE journals from elsewhere and IGI Global. Sir has published total 8 Indian patents. He has a Google Scholar citations 3000 with a H index of 30 and I10 index of 70. Sir has recently published a book titled Handbook of Wireless Sensor Networks, Issues and Challenges in Current Scenario from Springer, and has reached to 16,000 downloads in last few months. I am very much thankful to you, sir, to be with us for this session today, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. T. Padma, for a very nice introduction. And thank you very much for providing me this opportunity to share my views. So as per the title which is shared to me, let me share my PPTs first.
Yes, sir.
I hope this PPT is visible to all of you.
No, sir.
It's not visible.
No, sir, it's not visible.
Okay, let me just take it again. I think it should be visible. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir. Now it's okay, sir.
Okay, and now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
So a very good afternoon to all the participants. I welcome you all on this faculty development program, which is sponsored by DST. And I'm thankful to the organizing committee of Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering and from the Gokaraju Rangaraju Institute of Engineering Technology, Hyderabad. So, as the ma'am has rightly said, I have been asked to share my thoughts on the topic, which is innovations in computer industry, and it's how it's links to the entrepreneurship, right?
Yes.
So I took this topic to discuss this use of computer industries, or you say the role of computing technologies, and discuss how it exploring the impacts in different dimensions or different applications. So as far as my introduction is concerned, this is already shared by Dr. T. Padma. This is about my qualification. So currently I'm working as a professor and associate dean of School of Technology, Management and Engineering as Narsi Monji University, Chandigarh. This is about my Google Scholar citation, which already been shared. These are the three projects which are quite relevant. In the first project, we worked on the IoT-based forest fire detection system. And the second one was based on the image segmentation based identification of tomato disease. And the third one was based on the, you say, identifying the monkey meanings based on the IoT and the integrated cameras. These are the few books, and one of the book which I would like to highlight is Sustainable Smart Cities. This is published 2 months ago from the Springer, and it is being indexed by Scopus. And there's another book which is on IoT, big data, and AI for improving the quality of everyday life in present and future challenges. This is also in publication, and probably it will be published online in a month. So, as far as this particular presentation is concerned, I'm going to discuss the key computing technologies and its relationship with different entrepreneurs' ventures. So, the outline of presentation is divided into 6 parts. In the first part, I will be sharing some, you say, impacts of these technologies in different dimensions. Then I will try to relate this particular discussion in respect to the SDGs, because sustainable development goals are very popular nowadays, and the computing technologies are, you say, the leading areas which has contributed a lot in SDGs. And nowadays, you say most of the publishing mm, sectors, whether it's Elsevier or a publisher like Springer or others, they are also focusing on the SDG roles. Apart from that, I took few slides to discuss the popular innovations in context to hardware and softwares, and then I will share some journeys where a few of the innovation which are popular worldwide and few of the popular innovations in context to India. And then, if time allow, we can have a discussion on the ICT-based startups. So just let's begin with the first part or the outline of presentation, which is innovations in computer industry and its link to the entrepreneurship. So in this particular case, I would like to share with all of you that I hope you all would be agree with that. The computing technologies has revolutionized almost all the areas which we are aware of. I do not find any area which is not directly or indirectly linked to the computer technologies. So the aim of this presentation is to touch upon few of the popular emerging computing areas, because if we want to have a discussion on the all computing areas, this requires few days, right? So I took a few one which are popular ones, so just we can have a good discussion. And in between, if you have any questions, please feel free to raise your queries. You can write your questions in the chat box, or otherwise you can raise a hand, and the meeting moderators may just allow you or uh, unmute you to ask your questions. So in this particular case, they are almost, you say, all sectors which are affected by the computing technologies, but the most popular one are the medical, agriculture, smart cities, e-commerce, even the defense services, and the industry is also not the area which has gained importance due to the computing technologies. So let's begin with the first part. As far as we all know, COVID is, you say, we all have faced the COVID 2 years ago. And at that time, this online tools and the computing assistant based, you say, the algorithms became so popular that that generate a telemedicine as one of the area where the people earlier uh, were not believe that doctors can also give a telemedicines, right? But during that period, we all of us, or maybe our relatives or somebody from our, you say, network, they have used and experienced the benefits of telemedicine. So medical innovations is one of the key area where the computing has play a vital role. As far as the computers see, the core impacts on medical innovations is concerned, this has impacted in terms of the advanced diagnostics of various disease. Nowadays, you will find on the Google Scholar a lot of papers where the people have developed the AI-based algorithm, machine learning-based algorithm, where they can assist the doctors to know the various kind of disease. It may be a diabetic or it may be something else, but if there is any system which is AI generative, which can just help based on, you say, a input data set, that this is the chances of this particular disease, this could be an assisting tool. So, see, as far as whatever the medical innovations related to the computing is concerned, the core, you say, the concept behind the computing innovations is not to replace the doctors. We have to understand that the computing technologies are to help the doctors. So these technology could be considered as an assisting tools, because of course the doctor is going to handle and going to provide the prescription based on a particular disease, but these could be, you say, the assisting tools. So there are other innovations which are also popular, which I would say the another one which is very popular is patient care, because nowadays they are online critical care based systems which are available and which are quite accurate. And there are few technologies in case of the medical innovations related to the digital health. So these digital healthcare devices like smart watches are very popular, where the people are using this IoT-enabled devices to, you say, to collect the data and to analyze the patient health, right? And these kind of, you say, devices are very helpful where the patient needs a care and the patient is at a remote location. And sometimes these kind of applications are found to be very innovative for the older age persons who cannot regularly visit the doctors. Moreover, these particular computing based technologies are found to be very useful for the doctors in decision making also, because sometimes they have to critically analyze each and every factors. So if you say you pass on a particular image or maybe X-ray or you say other inputs, and based on those inputs, there are a lot of, you say, algorithms which are available which can provide a pre-diagnosis features. So whenever the doctor is already having a pre-diagnosis, they can analyze based on their experience what is being analyzed with a percentage of accuracy by these devices could be finding as a assisting tools. So we can say by leveraging computing technologies, medical professionals can save more lives and the overall patient care could be improved, because this these kind of platforms are really helpful when the telemedicines is available. Apart from that, the agriculture is another area which has seen a significant improvements. So if you look at the agriculture, there is a term which is very popular, and I hope you have referred to few papers from the agriculture domain, and that is called as precision agriculture. So the developed countries where you say the size of farms is too large and there are less number of people who can physically visit each and every place and take care. Nowadays, the computing technologies are found to be assisting tools. So these computing technology tools are helping the farmers during the data analytics, during data analysis, And they are also UAV based and other assisting tools where they can also do a monitoring based on the drones. And these drones are basically integrated with the cameras. So this agriculture sector has also play a crucial role in improving the productivity, and we would have a more sustainable outcomes with the help of computing technologies in agriculture sector. As I discussed about the precision farming, for the precision farming, there are a lot of studies where the people have used the sensor networks, where the people have used these sensors to uh, automatic on and off the irrigation systems. And these are also helpful in optimizing, you say, our resources, because there are a lot of papers which are also available where the people have tried to make a automatic irrigation system for, you say, the plants within a society, within a building, and for the larger size of farms as well. So if we can optimize these resources, of course this could be a great benefit. Apart from that, there are few tools where we can do a data analysis with the help of machine and deep learning algorithms, and we can identify, and we can just sometimes segregate the area where the crop is facing any kind of disease. So the disease prevention is also possible with the help of the image segmentation techniques. And there are few innovative solutions also which help the farmers to take uh, well-informed decisions, and that sometimes helps in increasing the yields of the crop, and that also ensure the food security as well. So this was the another advantage in term of the agriculture. Now look at the another part where the computer has played a vital role, and which is smart cities and urban innovations. So we all are, you say, well aware of it. In the smart cities, as we have few months ago completed a book on smart cities, we have shared a lot of good chapters where the different innovations, especially in terms of AI, machine learning, and IoT, have been discussed, and how these innovations are being applied to make the life easy. So as far as the smart cities integration is concerned, these IoT-based devices help in building a smart infrastructures. They are the smart grid systems, which are helpful in managing the energy and managing the distribution of energy. And if it is well managed, we can handle up to some extent distribution loss as well. The intelligent transportation network is one of the area which has play a key role in the smart cities where the traffic is too much. So there are a lot of intelligent traffic systems where you say the deep learning algorithm have been used, and that can help the people to provide the alternative routes, or you say they can provide other help also, and this is somehow helpful in the security as well, because the video surveillance is one of the key factors which have been you say popular nowadays. And there are a number of smart cities where a lot of cameras are there, so these cameras can automatically detect few events based on the smart algorithms, right? Apart from that, there are few innovations which are related to the resource allocations in the urban area. So these resource allocation could be the water management, that could be the pollution management. So these are another area where the computing is play you say an important role. Apart from that, the data analytics and IoT have been used in smart cities to make them more efficient, safe, and responsive to the to the citizens. The integration of computing in urban planning lead to a more connected and livable future. And we all know that nowadays automotive vehicles are also another area where it is predicted that the few of the topmost, you say, automobile industries will be coming with the driverless cars, because already few of the companies have completed their testing. So this is also possible in the smart cities where the people will be having the driverless cars. And now the another area which is also gain a lot of importance with the evolution of computing technology is e-commerce and the digital transformation. Because you can see nowadays, even in the uh, uh, urban as well as the rural area, that people are using the websites like Amazon. So whatever you want, you can just order it. Most of the items which is for the household need, they are available online, and these platforms are gaining importance. There are number of platforms which are popular in the, you say, the IT cities of India, like Hyderabad, Delhi, Gurgaon, where the people are using the advantages of e-commerce sites to even book the daily vegetables, daily milks. If we look at the facilities of you say the milk, there are a lot of websites which are popular in Delhi NCR area, like Farmery, or other you say popular service providers, which are providing even the milk also at a doorstep. So here the idea is, with the help of this evolution of computing, there are number of services which are already available at our doorstep, right? Apart from that, there are number of innovations which are AI enabled based innovations. And in that particular case, AI based systems are providing a recommendations. And there are a number of websites like Mantra or other websites which are providing the facility to the customer that you can use your particular image, and you can also check online which particular clothes will suit you best. And if you just match your photo and a particular set of clothes, then it will provide you an entire look, how it will be look like. So you say, up to that extent these facilities are available. And so this all, you say, uh, virtual experience is available for the customer. And apart from that, the supply chain is one of the area which has seen a significant advantage with the help of evolving computing technologies. Nowadays, the vendors can track each and every stage of their item where they supply the items, and the customer is also able to see the status of delivery. The moment we book an order, we know the order has booked. Then even after a period of time, periodically the status get changed from book to in delivery, and then we got a message that this particular item is out from the nearest uh, courier service providers for the delivery. This is a number of delivery persons. So you say this is about a transformation or a digital transformations where the e-commerce platform has gained significant advantages. So the impact of e-commerce extend beyond the commercial realm, and it revolutionizing the way the consumers think. Apart from that, the defense and the security applications are also important one, which has also gained a lot of advantages because of the computing technologies. There are number of models and the surveillance systems which can do critical analysis in different scenarios. Apart from that, uh, drones is another popular technology which is widely used throughout the globe in the defense and security applications. And there are other technologies also where the people are using AR and VR in the defense applications. Now, apart from that, there are few innovations in terms of service industry as well. So this service industry is getting advantages due to data analysis and AI-driven based decision makings in terms of resource allocation, in helping or assisting the customers. Like the chatbots are there, you go and visit any of the popular website. They are already a chatbots which will help you to provide the customer support system. And now if some of you might have experienced that Amazon is nowadays providing the response to all the queries through the chatbots. And if you are not satisfied with the response with the chatbots, then there is an option to arrange a callback. But there is no customer service number available where you can directly call. So this is how the chatbots are useful in various service industries. And the computing industry has helped in advancing, you say, the service industry growth, and it is now more productive, and it is providing a better customer experience. Apart from that, there are a number of, you say, facilities which has evolved in the last few years with the help of AI-based tools, where you might have experience if you want to buy a particular product, and if you cross a window of a shopping site, after some period of time on your email, you will get the alternative options, and you will also get a price model that these are the products, similar products which are available, and this is the price which is uh, provided by the different service industries. So this provide another kind of customer satisfaction. Somehow there are issues related to the data security. Apart from that, the customer industry, you say the entertainment industry is also revolutionized with the help of the computing advancements. The VR and AR is one of the technology which has explored different dimensions in gaming and entertainment. And this AR and VR is also very popularly used in defense and other applications as well. And there are few AI-based algorithms which provide the recommendations and the predictive analytics. Nowadays, even you might have experienced that if you download any of the platform like Netflix or others, they will ask you to set your preferences, and according to the recommending systems which are available, these recommending systems will recommenders will provide you the kind of media you probably like. So that kind of user facility is also available, and the idea is to provide the best customer experience uh, to the customer. So this entertainment industry is also being revolutionized with the help of the computing developments. Now you look for few sustainable technologies where the computers has also play a crucial role in developing and implementing global sustainable technologies. So here, if we look at there's the renewable energy is one of the area where there are a lot of advantages have been seen with the help of computing models, where we can apply these computing models to evaluate and predict and compute the renewable energies. Apart from that, there are other facilities which are helping in building sustainable and eco-conscious feature. Apart from that, now let's look at the second part, which is also very important, how these computing technologies are related to the sustainable development goals. Because now almost all the countries worldwide, they are focusing on SDGs. And even the government is also, you say, promoting a people to submit the research proposals. And whenever you are submitting a research proposal, sometime the DST may ask you to link the outcomes of the project in context to the SDG goals. So in the similar direction, I thought I must have some discussion on the role of computing technologies and how it is helping in making the sustainable development goals or attaining the sustainable development goals. So as these computing technologies are helpful in enhancing efficiency, innovation, and data-driven decision making, so this is a catalyst which play in SDGs at different levels. So let's begin a few of the popular SDGs. The first SDG is related to the poverty. So these computing technologies are helping us in eradicating the poverty, because the computers are helpful in analyzing and targeting the resources to improvised reasons. So any of the government which want to use the data analytics, they can easily identify which are the particular area where the poverty level is high. So they can identify these are the area where the income is below a particular level, and according to that, the government may plan few facilities to improve the socio-economic um, standards of that particular area. So what I would say, based on the data analytics and geospatial technologies, we can have a target of poverty elevation efforts. And based on the analysis of these particular values, the NGOs and the government organizations can identify the area where they can design. Sometime, if it is required, they can intervene and they can address the challenges, and this will help to target in the right way and save a lot of time also. Otherwise, if we go back to few years ago, usually the most of governments do uh, surveys, and once this is surveys being completed in a years, then it is submitted as a report, and then usually they form a commission and see. This is very time consuming process, but nowadays based on, you say, this the spending powers and the other factors, it is easy to analyze the data. And apart from that, this mobile banking and the digital payment systems has also play a very crucial role. And these digital payments has reached in India, I think, to all the remote parts. Nowadays, we have already experienced that you can go to any kirana shop or any shop where you can make even a payment of 1 rupees through Paytm. So this is how it is being revolutionized, and where you say the small shopkeepers, whether they are selling vegetables or they are kirana shops, they have the Paytm or you say the other UPI platforms. So this is also, you say, indirectly the computing technologies are helpful, and they have a better opportunity to get money directly into their accounts. Earlier there was a lot of problem while they were depositing money in their bank. So this banking and digital platforms has also play a very good role uh, in meeting the standards of SDG 1 in eradicating the poverty. Second SDG is related to the agriculture. So as I have discussed few minutes ago, the precision agriculture is, you say, the computing based area, which in this particular area that people have used sensors and they have used the data analysis tools to optimize the food productions. There are a number of other technologies also where the drone have been used to take the pictures and to monitor the conditions of crops. So we can analyze with the help of drones the condition of crops of large size of field where it is difficult to walk and watch each and every part of the field. If it's, let's suppose, of 100 acre of land, that's very difficult to personally watch. But with the help of drones pictures, these farmers can, you say, identify, and they can have a good understanding on the uh, uh, you say what is the condition of crop, what about the development of the crop, and if there is any kind of disease, they can take a preventive actions based on the image analysis based algorithms. So this is how it is meeting to the SDG 2. As far as the SDG 3 is concerned, this is about the better healthcare services. So the computing has evolved with the telemedicine. So the telemedicine is an area where you can have an access to the doctors, and you can take, you say, prescriptions from the doctor, and the doctor can provide you, you say, all the help which is available. Although they are this healthcare has reached to a certain, you say, extent where the few of the doctors have used the video conferencing in doing operations also if they are at a remote place. So if an experienced doctor is sitting somewhere at a remote place, but his team might be at the place of, you say, where the in an operation theater. So where the other junior doctors are there, these other junior doctors get instructions from a senior doctors, and they can do operations. Even you say there are a lot of studies which are already available where the robotics is already being used in different kind of operations. They are using as a medical assistant. So these robotics has already been used in surgeries because the accuracy of these robotics is too good. So they are also assisting the surgeons in different kind of surgery as well. So this is how the computing is supporting to meeting the third goal, which is facility to good healthcare in terms of SDG 3. Now, as far as SDG 4 is concerned, this is somehow related to the better education. So the e-learning platforms is the area which is already available because of the evolution of computing technologies. And see, even we are using it as of now. This lecture is being delivered online, and even the entire FDP is conducted online with the help of e-learning platform. Either it is Zoom or MS Team or WebEx. These platforms are helpful, and these platforms are well tested. Everybody has used this particular platform during the COVID as well, where most of the classes were online, and we taught our students by using this online platforms. So this is another area. With the help of e-learning platforms, the education can reach to the remote part, and everybody may have access to the education. So this is how the reach. This is how the goal of SDG 4 can be meet out. The SDG 5 is related to providing a facility to women and girls. So this computing technology has made a significant role in empowering women and girls, because with the help of the computing technologies, nowadays education is available to all. So this is not restrictive to a gender. So it's meet out the gender equality, and the computing technologies are very helpful in facilitating and providing an economic empowerment, where the women can work from home, they can start their own entrepreneurship, and they can remotely work as well. And there are a lot of schemes which are also available, especially for the women's technologists, and where the I hope the most of the governments from most of the countries are now supporting the women entrepreneurs. So this technology has played a very important role in empowering women and girls. There's another SDG goal which is related to access to the water, access to the safe water to everyone. So in the developed countries, there are a lot of technology which is either IoT based or AI based, where they are using these technologies to save the water and do a well sanitization, right? So in that particular case, employing smart water management for clean water and sanitation is one of the area. The IoT have been also used in real-time monitoring of water quality and quantity. So if there is a supply of water, they could have a sensors which can tell us the pressure and flow of water, and they can also check the quality, because they could have in filters, air filters, and if there is any blockage in the air filter at a particular time, they could generate a signal, and we can easily locate which part of particular water supply line has a problem with the air with the water filters. So these IoT-based devices are very helpful in smart water management. Apart from it, the data analytics and predictive models are also used in water management, where we can identify the demand of water, and we can also uh, somehow manage the supply of water in different regions. And according to that, in few developed countries, based on the demand and supply, which the municipal corporation analyzed based on the data analytics tools, they provide the supply hours of the water to different regions of a city. This is very helpful in implementation of smart irrigation systems, because nowadays there are a lot of places where the people are using normally the tubewells which are operated by IoT based devices, where they can start switch on and switch off the water tubewells from their home. This is being enabled with the help of Android application. So there is no need to sit at the same place where the tubewell is there. You can operate, you can switch on and switch off. So this is how the water management, or you say a smart irrigation, is available nowadays. And the computing technologies have support the water conservation campaigns as well. So these are, you say, a few examples where the computing technology is helping the smart water management. Apart from it, now let's look at the other part where the uh, the renewable energy is one of the area. So in that particular case, the computing technologies is very popular, where the number of researchers are using advanced data analyticals and ML-based, machine learning-based algorithms in forecasting the renewable energies. And after forecasting, they are analyzing the historical weather data, they are analyzing the solar radiation patterns, they are analyzing the wind speeds and other relevant factors. So this is how the computing technology can generate accurate predictions of renewable energy generation. And apart from that, nowadays we all are available in electrical engineering. Smart grids are very popular. So this smart grids use a digital communication and automation systems to monitor and control the energy generation, the distribution of energy, and the consumption of energy in real time. So if there are any, you say, a fault in a energy distribution, that fault could easily be identified. If there is a problem in distribution, like distribution loss, that could also be possible uh, with the help of smart grids. So this is how the smart grids are very helpful, and we are using a computing algorithms. So this is how this is helpful in reaching the goal of SDG 7. This is another goal, which is, you say, good economic growth to everyone, and the computing has play a very good role in improving the economic growth. And there are number of examples, so I will just discuss a few of them. We all know digital and e-commerce platform. Few minutes ago, I have shared digital platforms, like there are number of websites which are providing service to the urban areas, not even to rural areas, like e-commerce, eBay, or maybe other whatever. It depends upon sometime location to location as well. But yes, these digital platforms are e-commerce platforms are available. And as far as the digital platforms are concerned, you say we have the mobile banking and the apps, which is the payment apps, which make it very easy and convenient for each end users to make a payment, to receive a payment. And apart from that, the computing technology have enabled the emergence of online marketplace, because there are number of new subscribers who have started their own entrepreneur journeys, where they are selling the organic food. So there are number of farmers in the different part of the country, those who have started their own digital platforms, where you say they start selling the organic vegetables, organic grains, and there are few one which are popular in Delhi NCR, which probably they might providing a similar services in the south, in middle India as well. So, or central India, like providing a A2 or A1 milk. So these are few facilities which are extended, and this is significantly providing a economic growth to the you say from urban to rural areas. And this is how the uses of computing technologies are helpful to facilitate financial inclusion. Mobile banking is one of the part, digital payment services is another part. And nowadays we have a microfinance platforms where it is easy to take loans. Earlier, this was very difficult, but and this is limited to the banks. But there are number of microfinance platforms which provide a very quick loans. Like a Paytm is also providing some microfinancing loans, and there are other platforms also, like as far as the gold loan is concerned, there is one popular service providers, which is Rupak, and the other platforms which are providing a gold loan at micro level. And this also somehow reduce cost in business as well. So this was about the second part, where I have shared the role of computing in term of SDG. So these are the two parts which I have discussed. If there is any questions in between, you may ask your question. Otherwise, I can continue with discussing the computing technologies in regard to computer hardware and software. And then I will take some examples in context to India and a few of the popular platforms in context to world. So I will just stop for a minute, and now I will request moderators, if there is any question, you may ask, or you may ask the participant to ask now. Otherwise, I may continue with my presentation.
Requesting participants, any queries? Can please post in the chat window. You can continue, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
So now let's have some discussion on the popular innovations in computing hardware and the computing software. Because if we say computers, we can broadly classify into two parts. One is hardware and one is software. And probably some of you might say that a combination of hardware and software, or maybe embedded systems could be a third part. So my only idea is we can have a look at few of the popular improvements in terms of the computer hardwares and few of the improvements in terms of softwares. So moreover, if we look at a few most popular innovations in terms of computer hardware in last 1 decade or in last 10 years,
Sir,
briefly,
there is one question, sir, in the chat
yes.
window. In which way SDG differ from MDGs?
Could you please write down the full form for the MDGs?
MDG full form, ma?
Yeah.
Mukesh. Millennium Development Goals.
Oh, okay, fine.
Right.
As far as the SDGs are concerned, their prospects is quite broader, and these SDGs are basically based on the UN convention, where you say the most of the developed countries thought that these are the long-term goals which we all have to set, and if we can meet out those goals, the world could be a better place. But as far as this millennium goals are concerned, I would not say that there is a clear line between these two, but these are, you say, short-term goals. Probably you can say for a decade, and the SDGs are basically not a time constraint base, but the idea behind is constantly driving and to do better, where we can reach out all 26 key requirements all over the globe, but not limited to few countries. So whenever it is being set for all over the globe, this is somehow related to the SDGs. Any other question?
Sir, one question from my side.
Okay.
Related to innovation.
Okay.
Something like a Google Glass, a flexible one where you can able to use it instead of this smartphone and all, or instead of that laptop, a glass, Google Glass. When can it get its prominence in India or in the abroad?
It depends upon the uses and you say based on the requirement as well. So because these are also a part of AR and VR technologies, which is we say augmented reality. So this augmented reality somehow provide in some cases a kind of you say uh, what I would exactly should say, a kind of helmet or sometime a glasses, where you have been given a facility to visualize the different uh, features, whether it's related to entertainment or whether it's related to medical or you say the other areas.
Okay, sir. Right, sir.
So now let's look at a few of the innovations which are related to the hardware. As far as this hardware is concerned, in last 1 decade, the solid state drivers is one of the area where the role of SDD is to replace the traditional hard disk. So here nowadays we have better flash memories which are quite faster, and these are more reliable, more energy efficient, and we have an increased durability. So that can work for a longer period of time. Apart from that, now we have a better GPUs, and because of that better GPUs, we have a better animation support. So nowadays the system have better GPU processing speed, and because of that better GPUs, it is easy to execute the ML and the data analytics algorithms as well in parallel. So the parallel computing is, you say, much more popular because of this GPU-based platforms. There is another popular innovation based on the computer hardware, which I would say as system on chip designs, because this helps in integrating the multiple components, including processors, memory, and I/O on a single chip. And because of that, this integration has led to a smaller, precise, and miniatures kind of chips, which are very efficient devices like smartphones and the tablets. And even nowadays, we have very small size of devices which have all inbuilt facilities like inbuilt cameras, processors, and you say a number of facilities. Apart from that, the 3D printing is one of the area which I would say the another development in the computing hardware. The IoT devices has also gained a significant popularity in last few years, and this is now been at a level of the implementation. So there are a lot of industries which are using this IoT devices, not even in homes. They have been used in healthcare, they have been used in logistic, and they have been used in supply chain at various levels. The quantum computing is one of the area which has evolved, where these have been used to solve the complex classical problems with a faster computing facility. And apart from that, this quantum computing is being used in the cryptography, and you say the uh, other computing securities. So apart from that, there is another technology which is very popular, which is called as Thunderbolt. As far as the Thunderbolt is concerned, it is for high-speed data transfer, and this has enabled the connection of various peripheral devices such as external hard disks, displays, and audio interfaces to a single port. Apart from that, the advanced cooling systems is another technology which provided to GPUs and which makes a GPU more powerful. And AR and VR headsets, or you say helmets, or maybe wearing devices, which has evolved, you say, and given a different dimensions to gaming, entertainment, and other industries. So they offer a immersive experience by combining these high resolution displays. Apart from that, there are they are the wearable devices like the smart watches, fitness tracker, and you say the other connecting devices. And these wearable devices are popularly used in different dimensions. And healthcare is one of the area where these wearable devices are found to be very helpful. Apart from that, this UAVs, which is popularly known with the help of what I would say as a drone. They are commonly they have seen a significant innovations, and now they are being used for different applications. So I just took an UAVs and just have a look a few of the applications for UAVs. Nowadays, you all have experienced that if you are taking part in any marriage function, or maybe in any social functions like birthday parties or something like that, which is in a kind of, you say, place or in a hotel, the people are using the drone-based photography and the videography. So drones are very popularly used in taking a 3D views and high resolution images from the top. And these drones are sometimes used in marketing as well. So there are a lot of tourism and the real estate companies who are using drones, and they are taking a different kind of visuals to improve their marketing for the particular project. Apart from that, the drones have been popularly used in surveying and mapping. So this is very helpful in surveying a particular land, and based on that, we can have a 3D models. We can have accurate topographic maps for the urban and the constructed areas. And even if you will go back and just remember few of the news, there were few news during the COVID time. The police were using the drones to surveilling, to you say doing a surveillance for a particular city. I heard a news that Noida police has used the drones for the surveillance purpose during the COVID time, and sometime they issue some challans also where the people have not following the COVID guidelines. So this is how, up to some extent, this have been used in different areas. The agriculture I have already shared few minutes ago. The drones have been used in crop health monitoring, in irrigation needs, in detecting the different kind of diseases as well, and they are found to be helpful in as an ad, or you say an assisting tool for the farmers to do a precision, you say to analyze the data, and sometimes it is required. This is very helpful in optimizing the resources as well. So apart from that, this is very helpful in infrastructure inspection as well. So UAVs are employed for inspecting infrastructure such as bridges, power lines, and the pipelines. So sometimes if we, as a manually, we cannot send every, you say a person to a place to do inspection. The UAVs are very helpful where they can take a live pictures, and these live pictures could found to be useful. So these UAVs have been used during the search and the rescue operations. They are very helpful in wildlife conservation. And apart from that, this is very helpful in disaster and environmental monitoring as well. So as we have a limited time, I will skip few of the slides related to UAVs. But now let's come to the software technologies. And this I will not cover in more detail because some of you might already aware of that. So let's discuss this in brief, and uh, let's come to the other set of PPTs where we will discuss about few technologies which are popular worldwide. So here are some of the examples which is related to the computer software. So this is about cloud, AI and ML, virtualization, and containerization is another technology which is a kind of platforms which which is being used in supply chain management, and this is found to be very effective. And this have been increased the efficient deployment of applications. DevOps is another software development. Agile is another software development. And apart from that, the continuous integration and continuous development are the practices which has increased the overall, you say, software development and the testing efficiency. The open source software is other part. Mobile-based application developments, or you say the Android apps, is another area. Software as a service through the cloud is also popular. There are a few other technologies which are related to blockchain, cybersecurity, and explainable AI. So these hardware and software-based technologies are being used for developing various applications. So just have a look few of these startups, because I have been given a topic how this computing industry is linked to the entrepreneurship, or you say the the kind of facilities which are available, or the kind of business models or the kind of startups which are available. So here in this next few slides, I will share how these computing technologies, either it is hardware or software, is playing a vital role in building the startups. So if you look at the first part, this Air BNB is one of the popular platforms worldwide, which was used to traditionally booking the rooms, right? So this was the platform which was helpful in providing the rent accommodations in a quite cheaper cost. The Uber is already, you say, popular in India and it's popular worldwide, which has already, you say, open up a different kind of facility where we can book any kind of automobile. And another popular platform is SpaceX. So this is a private aerospace manufacturer where the aim of the company is to revolutionize space travel and exploration. Apart from there, there is a planetary technology which is used for data analytics, and this is providing facilities to the government and the commercial clients. Stripe is another platform which is very popular nowadays in India and as well as abroad. So the Razor Pay and the Stripe, these are the two payment portals which helps in making the payments easily, and you can receive and you can send money all over the globe. Robinhood is another commission-free trading platforms where the investment, doing investment in masses is very helpful. WeWork is another freelancer startup, and they also provide a flexible office spaces. Zoom, we are already using it. DoorDash is a kind of a food delivery platform like we have a Zomato. GitHub is another platform where this is an open source repository. Here, I would like to just share with another one, which is from India, which is Byju's. Although this is facing some financial issues nowadays, but this is also an Indian edtech startup that has provided an online learning platform very popular among the students. The Ola is already an Indian hailing company that competes with Uber. So if you look at any of these particular platform, all these are possible with the help of computing technologies. Now look at the few popular one, which are from just a minute. Yes, these are few which are popular one from India as well. So Zomato, this is almost popular in all major cities of India. Paytm is now it has revolutionized all the facilities in last 2.5 years or in 3 years. After the COVID, this become one of the, you say, the most widely used digital payment service. Byju's, I've already shared. The Ola Electric is another where the electric, you say, vehicles are being, you say, provided. And now the Mesho is another social commerce platform that enable individuals to start their own online business by connecting supplier and the customers. The credit is another part, which is basically a credit card management and reward based platform. Unacademy is another educational platform where it's provide various tutorials for competitive exams. Nika is another platform where it is providing facilities up to that you can just pick a particular item and you can select your age and you can try how it suits to you, and this providing a different you say AR VR based you say facilities. Probably they will be coming with more AR VR enabled facilities, so you would have a entirely a complete shopping experience with the help of Nika at your home, or you say a remote shopping experience. Razorpay is another company which is online payment gateway, and the Upgrade is another platform which is providing degrees and the courses in collaboration with universities and the industry experts. So if you look at all these 10, this all is you say probably available with the help of all computing technologies. Car24 is another popular startup in India. Rupake is, which I was talking about, one of the online gold loan platform where you have to just you can have a gold loan by sitting at your home. And the Farm Easy, No Broker, this all is, you say, are popular in India. Whitehead Junior is an online platform that offer coding and programming classes for children. Urban Company, this is an, you say, an extended facility where nowadays they have started providing the services like plumber, electricians, even the beauticians at the doorstep. So apart from that, there's other two, which is one is Cradle and the Ship Rocket. So this is the last one offer the shipping and the delivery solutions for e-commerce businesses. So this is how you say just have a look at one video, and I think
Sir, you can share that video link, sir,
I think
in
it's
chat window. We are running short of time, sir.
okay,
5
fine.
more minutes, sir. Yes.
Fine, okay, ma'am.
Yes.
So see, these are I hope this
Yes, sir.
this okay. So this is you say this is one of the video where you can see the Domino's is the first company which has you say used the this slide is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so where the Domino's has used a delivery of pizza by drone, and a few months ago, they have just you say tested where a person with a jetpack is flying to serve the pizza. So this is how you say the computing technologies are extending the facilities at the customer doorstep. So these are two very good videos which are available at YouTube. You can just have a look. Apart from that, this is you say a PPT which I have taken from the report of Frost and Subelian, where they have shared the 50 most diverse disruptive technologies and their global market potential. So if you look at these global disruptive technologies, these particular technologies are basically categorized as ICT based technologies, the health and wellness based technologies, the medical devices and imaging based technologies, advanced manufacturing and automation based technologies, sensors, microelectronics, chemical and advanced materials, energy utilization, and the environmental and sustainability. So these, you say the 50 disruptive technologies are the most emerging ones in 2023 based on the few popular AI tools. Probably we all of you have experienced it. Nowadays, a lot of talk about Chat GPT on the social media platforms, which is you say a text generative tool. There's another tool which is Write Sonic, which is the best AI writer in terms of copywriting and paraphrasing. There is another tool which is called as Midjourney, which generates AI-based arts. Raplet is another tool which is useful in online projects and writing codes. Synthesia is an AI-generated video-based tool. Soundraw is another tool where it can help in AI-based music. Flicky is another tool which is AI-based video creation. Sterry Arts is another tool which is helpful in creating the AI avatar-based generators. And for drawing a better pictures, there is a tool which is Pictory, Vertune. So these kind of popular AI tools are already available, and they are giving a different dimensions because of their AI-based generative, either a script or audio or video or images. So in rest of the part, I have shared few case studies where how the computing technology is helping in different businesses. So as I've been asked to just finish this particular presentation, so I will stop it now. And if there are some questions, I will take a few questions quickly and then we can finish.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I
Thank
request
you.
participants, if any query, please post in the chat window or you can unmute yourself. I hope the last slide, that is the popular AI tools, will be very much useful to all the participants.
Yeah, because these tools we are using either in one way or another way, and if it is being used in a right way, this could be considered as an helpful tools. So, but we have to learn up to what extent we have to use it, and in what way it has to be used for the educational purpose.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for giving a
Thank
lot
you,
of
ma'am.
insights into how the computers are now presently a lot of innovations and a lot of the startups that are being happening in this IoT applications, as well as the innovations in the software was been very much clear to all the participants. Thank you so much, sir, for giving us an opportunity to be for related to this FDP, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So I